Welcome back to another little play test of Escape from Techtropolis, which is my little indie dev game. It's a working title. Obviously it's horrible, but we'll probably just end up keeping it. So these past 2 weeks I decided to take some inspiration from an old 8-bit game, Mega Man. You may have heard of it, which is a very simple, you can press jump, you can press shoot, you can charge, and that's it. And those are the controls. And you have different timings for the charge to get different projectiles. So if you flash twice, you get the big green one. Oh, I've got the spawning points in place. And so this is the level inspired by BomberMan. And I'll probably have to, okay, sorry. So let's start again. This is the level inspired by BomberMan. And you got the big condo units or electro nodes in the background everywhere that will probably turn into trees. I took a look at what the 8-bit art looked like and replaced it with some pretty basic geometry. Used some reflective metallic materials. And this is what we came up with. And then in the past week, I spent a lot of time just building out this level, making sure it does the thing that I would like to see, which is keep the simplicity of the original, but also just expand on it and just give different playthrough the opportunities to take different routes through the level and end up somewhere else. And this is, of course, with the idea of, oh, look at that little tiny little gap between his feet that I'm going to have to fix. And this is, of course, with the idea of making after I've got the levels up and running, to make somewhat of a Metroidvania type game where there's plenty of backtracking and like figuring out what the best way through the level is, which of course is in line with the inspiration of a Mega Man game. Another thing that I really enjoy playing with this past week is once you have the basic tile map but in 3D, so instead of using 2D tiles and then painting a level on a 2D plane, which you can also do in this engine, and this is the Unreal Engine 5, by the way. Instead, I learned that I can place primitives in the main play area and then merge them afterwards into 3D models. So I don't have to, somewhere in the top left, there's a separate mode for 3D modeling, which is now built in, so you don't have to go to outside packages like Blender and Maya. You can just do everything inside Unreal Engine, which saves a lot of time learning another package. And so the gray boxing, they call it, which is when you map out your basic layout of the level in nice chunky primitive boxes. Once you start replacing them with something a little bit more colorful like I did here, you can actually merge those together and start making larger objects that you can then drag and drop and copy and paste all over the place, which is of course how they used to make these games in 2D. And as you can see, it works pretty well for a 2D platformer in 3D. Very happy with these ladders when they work. Alright. Oh, let me just test that again, because that's the one thing that I noticed the other day, the thumbstick is inverted. Still haven't fixed that one. So this is the part where I really wanted to create a sense of scale. It's also in the original, but I just decided to blow it out of proportion. And then this is the area I got to work on this weekend. Oh, I just ruined my gameplay. Because as of yet, there is no way to get out of this. Nope. There's a few areas like this. I figure there would be some kind of environmental puzzle or like a mini boss fight here that would allow you to get back to where you want to be after you enter this area. Okay, let's hit escape. And let's press play again. So this level is pretty much done. The layout of it. What is next are actual moving parts. These are all the parts of the level that don't move, that are not animated. There's no enemies yet. It's just the platforming. So that would come next. I'm thinking I might actually continue with what I've been doing and just learn more basic platform design and pick a different level from the original Mega Man, and then just see if I can build that one out. This is another one where I do have a way to make the camera stop moving, so you can actually have it stop, just like in the original, but I didn't want to implement it here because it was a bit finicky. So I figured I could just close off a whole area of the screen here with a wall that moves out towards you in 3D. But in some parts, like here, it creates a bit of a camera issue, as you can see. So I haven't quite finessed that yet. There's another area down here where there could be like a little boss fight or an environmental puzzle with moving platforms, but that's all for the next phase of this, of creating this level. But like I said, I'm thinking of jumping into another level and to just keep this loop going of just learning what makes fun platforming. I have a tendency to make very convoluted cramped areas, I've noticed. This part right here is straight out of the original. So you can see it's just, and then enemies would pop up and you have to shoot them. Same as this is like straight out of the original. Some of these jumps get a little harder to pull off, but then you can't die here. And then I've decided to add some harder to reach areas down here. Oh, you can't see this platform, can you? When playtesting directly in the editor, every time I create a different size window, so I don't always see what the player would see. So I think that platform down there below would be visible. But when playtesting full screen, the editor is starting to lose momentum. So that means further optimizing in the editor. Maybe there's too many polygons, I don't think so. But it's one of those things that I've yet to figure out. Maybe like when you make an actual build of a level, just export it. That'll all be solved. So as you can see on your left, there's a whole different play area with a different arena for like a boss fight over here. But that's not where we're ending up. I haven't actually tested this area yet. I really want to have different areas that are hard or less hard, so you can kind of pick your own playthrough. I've given the foreground and the background different shades, but the contrast might need to be amped up for it to become more visible. But when everything is white, I found that the platforms in the background that you can jump on would conflict with what you thought would be a platform for you to jump on. See, I think for me this is clearly in the background, but I might have to increase the contrast with the colors. Cannot jump on that. So this is where if you choose to go up and around, you can come down. So you can still choose to come down here to this boss fight here. Right? So this is like a closed off area. I'm gonna have to extend this wall forward so it closes off the area. But on this side, it should be. Oh, it's also not quite there yet. So let me just show you right now. Okay. With space, you can just go between the widgets of how you want to move. Okay, let's go this one over here, and then over here. Just move this out here. In a little bit. There we go. And that is my BomberMan inspired level. Let's play some more.